Hello there, this is Mimi from Mimi's Crafty Shop. I have something I want to show y'all. I recently went shopping with my mom and we went to this really neat, it's kind of like a resale thrift store, antique place. And I got this letter here. And why I was so fascinated by it, it's really, it's back in I think the 1940s, if I'm not mistaken. On the back side, it does have the wax seal on it. It is from First National Bank in Rosebud, Texas, which I find very interesting because this particular letter, which what I'm going to do is try to iron it out. I looked on YouTube and this letter is so many pages to it. I don't even know how it fit in that envelope, to tell you the truth. But this guy, or I'm sure it's a guy, was writing to a lady. I don't know if it was his wife or his, it says, "My darling love, Jane." And it's March the 26th, 24. So Monday night. I'm not for sure what the 24 is. I don't know. I don't think it's that old. But anyway, what I want to do with it is try to iron it out. And so I'm going to try this technique. And the guy said to just kind of like, he said turn it on the back side and steam it, you know, to get it to lay flat. He said don't do it on the ink side because he said it might fade the ink. So I'm going to continue to do this, but what I'm interested in is reading this because it's so long, and this guy had wonderful penmanship. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. And he calls her his darling. So I don't know if he's writing to his wife or, you know, I'm not for sure. But I just found it very interesting. To find a letter like this is absolutely a great find. I paid $6 for this, which I thought was really good because it was intact, but, you know, needs a little repair work on it because it has been folded for many years, it looks like. And you can see here I'm having a lot of trouble getting the pages apart because they're just, you know, like I said, have come apart after time and age. But I was real fascinated by this guy. I'm going to set this one aside. But when I get through with it, I might tape it. That's what I'm thinking. You know how we do the vintage tape with the alcohol inks? I'm thinking I'm going to tape it up because, you know, it's so fragile. And of course I'm going to scan it into my computer so I can use it. But I don't think it's going to hurt the ink. It doesn't act like it. But anyway, you can see the emblem on it, the First National Bank. Evidently this guy worked there, and I don't know if he was bored or what he was doing. But evidently he had time on his hands, so he was writing to his sweetie, his darling, as he called her. And he talks about, I did read a little bit of it, and he was talking about her parents. But like I said, I want to read the whole thing. I'm so interested in finding out what he is talking to her about, you know? I don't know about y'all, but I've got my curiosity up. We people that love journal making and vintage ephemera or old antique pieces, we find this very fascinating. Most people would not even be interested in this. They would think, oh, who wants some of these old letters, you know? But it's history, and I love history. That was one of my favorite subjects in school. So I'm hoping that I'm staying in frame. I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing. I haven't had I'm in my utility room, and I am going to, at the end of this, I'm going to video my utility room, because this is my farmhouse utility room. I wanted my house to be farmhouse when we built it, but because of our decor and stuff from our previous house, I didn't want to get rid of everything, and of course my husband didn't either, and we had some nice things. It didn't work. Our stuff was a little too, not farm, more traditional and the rich colors, because I love the farm style, the, you know, galvanized and the white and the milk can, you know, I love all that, but I love color too. So I'd have to bring in some color even if I did farm style in my whole house. But like I said, I think I'm going to put tape on this, and I think it'll make it look even more vintage. Personally, I think it's going to look really good. So, because it's so fragile, that's what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is take some pictures of it and put it at the end of this video. I may even show you how I do that. I know a lot of you know how, but the one for, oh gosh, what I just did. Well, this one was already torn anyway, so. But, and I have my setting all the way up. So I don't want to iron this because of that would be a mistake, because of the wax seal. But I would like to iron that one little side down. It's a little, I have to be careful. But isn't that neat? That is so cool. I love this. So I'm going to stop right here so I can go get my alcohol ink and my tape. I know,
Be right back.
like I said, this is my way of doing this, and I'm sure there's better ways out there, but this is what I do. This is alcohol ink, and I don't know what color it is. I never can figure out the color because I don't know what it is on here. Anyway, it's kind of a, you know, brown color. So, and I take wax paper. I use it to put my tape on there. And this is one of those de-stressed alcohol ink. You can use this, as I think Ranger puts these out. So what I do is I just take tape and I put it, you know, pieces on here. And there's several different ways you can do this. But this is what I find to work for me. And, you know, when you're crafting, that's what it's all about. Let me scoot this down a little bit so you can see kind of. And then what I do is I take my alcohol ink and I just put some on here, you know, run it down it like this. And sometimes I can't tell where the pieces are. I try to use the same spots, but that had a little tear in it, so I can't use that. Okay, and then I take the sponge and I just kind of dab it, you know, go up and down it, and it covers it, and it dries real fast. So, I mean, like, I can use this here in a few minutes, not even a few minutes. But that's how fast it dries. And to see, it's going to look very vintage. So I think I've seen people do this several different ways. I think the person that I got this idea from, oh my gosh, I can't think of her name, of course. So I will put her name down because she's the one that I've seen the very first video on how she was doing this. Okay, so I got my pieces, and make sure you put your lid back on because the stuff, if it spills, it gets everywhere. Okay, scoop this down. And this is the first page, and I did find out when I was trying to piece some of it together, the only thing, this guy did not number these, so it's going to be a little tricky for me to put some of these back together and, you know, in order. So what I'm going to do is just grab a piece, and sometimes you have to be very careful when you take this off the wax paper. I have used freezer paper, but I find that it doesn't do quite as well. It tends to want to oh my gosh, I can't talk and chew at the same time. No, that's not how that goes, is it? Talk and chew, yeah, chew gum at the same time. I can't talk and do this at the same time either. Just trying to line this up is pretty hard. The words, you know, you want to be able to read it, of course. But see how that looks? Isn't that wonderful? So this is how I do it. And I knew whenever I bought this that, you know, I can piece it back together and make it look even more vintage. You can make long strips too. So if you want to just take a long piece and put it all the way across, you can do that. Sometimes I do. Okay, now I can't feel, let's see, one's right here, I know. But I found the freezer paper, the reason why I didn't like the way it worked is because I didn't really get that together very good. So there's nothing I can do about it now. I'm scared to take the tape off of it, but that's okay. It tends to, let me just turn it over. Oh, we didn't write on the back, good. Just a second, I'm gonna grab something. I have this little Sizzix thing that you use, and when you're doing other things, so I thought, well, I'll try to use that to pull down the paper really good. But okay, I think I'm gonna do it this way. And I'm going to have to make some more, so I'm gonna do it and speed it up. I'm not gonna talk. Okay, y'all can see that I poked myself with this little sharp object, so you gotta be careful with that. Okay, so this did turn out, and I liked the way it did, so I'm excited. I think I can handle this being like this. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish this up like I said, and I will show you the end result at the end of the video, but I wanted to show y'all my utility room. So let me turn this off so I can get my camera down. Okay, so this is my utility room. Most people don't have chicken coops in their utility room, but this was another buy that I bought thinking I was going to use that in my kitchen. But anyway, my washer and dryer, of course, and there is the little shot out my window. Very beautiful. It says welcome to the farm. And on top of my refrigerator here that we have in the chili room, I have some, I'm a big rooster person. My oldest grandson painted that picture back there. I don't know if y'all can barely see it, but he did that for 4-H. And this is my really cool table that I use to fold my clothes, and my ironing board, which I made sure and put one in the wall this time. I love this picture too. You can't see it that well. Come around here. And these are my cabinets, which I absolutely love them. They're a gray color, and then I have that decorated at the top with some more of my goodies that are my roosters and stuff. Let's see, there's the bottom of my cabinets. My floor is a brick, is that herringbone, I think. I love this floor. It doesn't show any dirt at all. And there is a little sewing thing that I bought, cabinet I bought, and fixed it up. And you know, I love yellows. One of my favorite things is yellow, blue colors. Some of these chickens and stuff I've had for a long time, and that little teapot, stained glass teapot. But anyway, and this is some pottery little pictures that my mom gave me recently, and I've had that picture, is probably 30 years old. So I have a hard time, there's my flying Texas pig. I have a hard time getting rid of things that I love, so I'm not one to, once I get it, I usually keep it forever. And there is my pressed iron, which I'm very thankful to have because it does excellent for projects, for, you know, even ironing my clothes. Nobody likes to iron clothes anymore. Anyway, this is real cute. It's got little cubbies in there, but you can't really see it where the little chickens, you know, used to have their little nest and hatch their eggs. But anyway, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me, and for, oh, I forgot about these. I love those pictures. Got that at the craft mall. Hanging out with me while I did this little quick project, and check back with me, and I'm hopefully going to be doing some more videos. Not as fast as I used to be, but I'm still crafting. So y'all have a wonderful and blessed day.